So we spent 3 days in the Kauranga Valley just out of Thames, and we loved it, and you are going to love it too.
So go ahead and leave it. I don't know what's on your mind, and there's no way I can fix it. But you're also leaving me behind.
So after a couple of really fun days in Coromandel town, we were heading south towards Thames to head up to the Kauranga Valley. Now this spot is more inland camping, and there is a good 6 or 7 campsites up this valley, but you're going to head south from where we are in Coromandel town, and you're going to come through Thames, which is just about here, and it's a great drive all along the coastline, just like the other spots that we have been. This is our last stop in the Coromandel because we are heading back towards Rotorua, heading home after being up the top there.
Never thought I'd come back. It's been a while since I packed up my things and left. I recall it still in my beat up truck. I didn't look back, didn't give up. I got my first real kiss behind the
Choice, but we have arrived at the Kauranga Valley Dock Information Centre. Listen to all the cicadas, it's so loud. So here's the info centre, we'll go check it out. So this info centre is next level with information. There's a stack of walks to do in here and a stack of campsites, and they've got all the stuff that you need to know for this area. And I think they have the friendliest staff we've ever met at a dock campsite as well. But then we ran into our first problem. Alright, so we drove all the way from Coromandel town with empty tanks because of the big hills, and I just wanted to tow lighter. And they told us they had a water tap here for us to fill up, filtered water.
Sophie had a premonition.
And it might take us a while, but we'll get there. So this tap is fine for filling up water bottles, but when you're trying to fill up tanks with a hose and you've got no connection, it's a little bit hard. How's it going, Si? Oh, this is a bit of an adventure.
I feel like I just want to say, I told you so.
I was like, nah, there's like, look at all the taps around the other places we go. I was like, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. But look, we're making progress. That's the main thing. We're making progress. So even though it looks like we're failing miserably, there's actually good flow. Pretty good flow. Alright, well we're doing a little bit of a recce to go and have a look at the different campsites. There's like 3 of them around this area. We had booked into a powered one because it was suitable for bigger vehicles. But they look like there's some in the Shagstream Creek camp area that are on closer to the river. You're only a little closer to the river at the Shagstream camp, but the access is a bit difficult with low branches and a narrow entranceway. Man, this is a big paddock. Anyone could fit in here. So we decided to stay across the road at the Kaihakatea campsite where we could have free power using our dock pass. You do have to be self-contained to stay there though. Right, let me welcome you to our campsite today. We are here in the Kauranga Valley Coromandel Park. So look at these cool sites. So there's power here. So we just used our annual dock pass that we brought. I think it was $470 for our whole family to camp at almost any dock site in New Zealand. So we just went online, registered, powered site, you know, wouldn't have to pay anything. So good. Got all the nice trees here. And the place is almost deserted.
And we're just eating the donut here.
What?
And I'm eating my licorice here.
Alright, well we're all set up now and we're heading on this walk to the Model Dam. This place is full of walking trails and we're going that way to go and check it out. They planted a stack of Kauri trees through here. They look like they've got the long-term goal of spaced them all out so they can grow big. So this whole area was all used to be Kauri until it was all milled back in the day. Oh look, there you go, driving dams. They used to dam up the rivers here, then let them fill up and let all the Kauri logs flow down, which must have just destroyed this area. Oh, there you go. And look how big they were, huge. And just behind us there, I think that's the model dam. So we will go and check it out. I guess so, the old logging, the Kauri, was good at the time, but now it takes hundreds of years for them to get back to that size. And later in this episode, we are going on a hike to a 700-year-old Kauri tree. I think this picture says it all here. It was one thing to cut down a Kauri tree, another entirely to get it from the bush to the mill. Yep. Look at this, eh? Crazy. Look how big they were. So impressive. The kids were actually supposed to be back to school for their first day today, but because it's a long weekend, we're just keeping them out. But they're getting their education out of these treasure chests. It's a sticking insect.
See if you can put them on the tree.
See if he changes his colour.
You can go to a brownie colour. So after that little hike, it was time to go and experience the waterhole, and we just love swimming, so it was time to go check it all out. Lots of campers over the summer had moved the rocks into these cool little pools. So that was a bit of a surprise thing that I pushed down there. I'm going to see if I can find them again. Are you girls?
Yep.
So it is a beautiful still evening in the campground tonight, so we're going to chuck the drone up, have a look over the river and over the valley and see what we can see.
Inseparable, we were closer than two of a kind. The bond was almost palpable, solemn oaths with our blood that were signed. But time
Well, good morning everybody. We have woken up to a glorious blue sky day today. We are going to head up this road to a walk. It takes you to one of the biggest Kauri trees in this forest park. It's about a 5 kilometre one. It is already stifling hot at 8:50 in the morning. There's a really cool swimming hole close by there called Hoffman's Pool. So we're going to check that out and see what we can see. So let's get out of here.
I know I shouldn't be in love, but it's so hard to move on. You haven't changed, you stayed the same. But if you did, I'd still love you anyway. I'd give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same, I'd give you the world like I promised I would.
They are some big trees up there.
Even though you wouldn't do the same.
We have arrived at the stairs.
Had this conversation more than 10
not to see. That is one fat tree. It is so big. This is one of those moments where the photos just don't do it justice. You cannot beat seeing this in real life. It is impressive. There are over 700 stairs to climb to get this tree, which is why it still stands due to its inaccessible location. Let's do this. Jump from up there. Let's do it. Alright, a bit nervous about this, but let's go. Woo! Did it. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Good girl. Was that cool? Are you gonna do it again? Man, that was a cool swimming hole. Deep, cool place to jump. Bum's a bit sore after that. And good old Jade, she's always a goer. How was it, girl? Alright team, well that is the Leopards Go Wild in the Coromandel. We have not done any of the eastern side of the Coromandel, which is beautiful. Only have so much time, but you could spend 5 days here, a week here easily. There's so much to do. If you're new here and you've made it this far, then clearly you have enjoyed our video, so maybe check out a couple of others and think about subscribing to our channel, because we are trying to grow it. We do lots of cool adventures around New Zealand, and we're also headed to the United States for an epic summer over there this year. So we'd love for you to follow along on our awesome journeys around New Zealand and extending over to the USA coming in New Zealand winter. So otherwise, we will see you in the next episode.